Hey guys, let's get more news from Miami Heat, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Victor Wembanyama goes viral after getting cooked by Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson is not exactly known for his slick handles. But the Miami Heat sharpshooter unveiled one nasty move Sunday that left Victor Wembanyama in the dust. The Heat held on for a 118-113 win over Wemby's San Antonio Spurs at Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, Texas. Robinson got the start at shooting guard in place of an injured Tyler Herro. The Michigan alum made the most of his opportunity by scoring a team-high 26 points on August 16 shooting. Robinson's heightened confidence was on full display when he completely fooled Wembanyama midway through the third quarter. The 29-year-old guard had Wembanyama on an isolation near the left baseline. Robinson gave Wemby a light bump, faked that he was going to move back out, then drove right by the 7'4" Frenchman for an uncontested layup. Here's another angle of Robinson's move. The subtle hesitation resembles the dribble move called the Smitty, which was popularized by former NBA player Steve Smith. Robinson had yet to score 20 points in a game this season before his 26-point outburst against the Spurs. The Robinson-Wembanyama moment also generated a hilarious meme. It's only fitting that a player named Duncan Robinson was responsible for schooling Wembanyama. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and Wembanyama represent the Spurs franchise's 3 first overall picks. In a rookie campaign that's been filled with Wemby highlights, Robinson reminded fans that the teenage sensation was not completely infallible. Did Miami Heat forward Jimmy Butler call out of work to go to a Morgan Wallen concert? Who hasn't called in sick to work to go to a concert? Well, it seems fans are wondering if that's what Miami Heat forward Jimmy Butler did when he missed Saturday's game due to personal reasons. Jimmy Buckets is a big country music guy, after he admitted that he originally started listening to country to annoy his teammates. Earlier this year, Butler had Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs blasting through the arena as the Heat were practicing. And recently, Butler even said that he's going to record a country album himself. I don't want to tell anyone who I've been writing with because then it'll ruin the surprise. Now, I'm in the lab writing and producing country music. We got some real artists and songwriters. We probably got around 45 tracks right now, and I hope to go write some more. There's definitely going to be an album. One artist that Butler has gotten particularly close with has been Morgan Wallen, and he even said he wanted to join Morgan on stage to sing at one of his shows. I've already talked to him and said that I want to come on stage and just sing one line of a song. I mean, I could sing many of his songs, but I just want to sing one line of 98 Braves. Maybe I'll sing a whole verse. Well, Morgan was in Atlanta this weekend for 2 shows at Truist Park, home of the Atlanta Braves. And who was in Atlanta? The Miami Heat, who played the Atlanta Hawks on Saturday. But apparently Butler could only make it to one of these events, and it wasn't his team's basketball game. Butler was spotted in the dugout of Truist Park singing along to 98 Braves during Morgan's show on Friday, and then ended up missing Saturday's game due to personal reasons. Now this may not be the personal reason that Butler sat out the game on Saturday. Though Morgan was playing in Atlanta on both Friday and Saturday, it appears that Butler took in the Friday show. But fans are wondering if the reason the Heat superstar wasn't able to play was because of the Morgan Wallen concert. Of course we don't know if this really was the personal reason that Butler missed the game on Saturday. Maybe he just partied a little too hard with Morgan after the show, or maybe he had such a good time on Friday that he went back for the second round on Saturday? Or maybe he actually had a personal issue unrelated to Morgan Wallen. Either way, it wasn't on stage, but at least Butler got to sing along with 98 Braves in the dugout of the Braves ballpark. And if he did call out of work the next day because of the concert, I mean, who hasn't taken a sick day to have a little fun? NBA trade rumors, Miami Heat could make a move for Alex Caruso? After a forgetful start to the season, the Miami Heat has managed to win 5 games in a row and finds themselves ranked 3rd in the Eastern Conference through the first 10 games of the season with a 6-4 record. Despite the fact that the Heat has been playing better of late, there's still a huge need in the backcourt for Miami. And this need is not just about missing out on Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal during the offseason. While that is certainly part of it, losing Gabe Vincent without finding a surefire starting point guard hasn't helped the team at all. For now, Kyle Lowry has been in that role. And he's had a few bright spots so far this season, but the fact remains that the Heat needs to solidify their backcourt if they're going to have any shot of competing with the other top-tier teams in the East. It'd be foolish to put complete hope in a 37-year-old Lowry, and Tyler Herro has already suffered a semi-significant ankle injury. He's expected to be out several weeks. While Josh Richardson has played better in his last 2 outings, he's left a bit to be desired as a key offseason addition. In short, it'd be surprising if the Heat didn't at least attempt to address their issues in the backcourt before the NBA trade deadline. According to a recent report, one potential trade deadline target that the Heat are keeping a close eye on is Alex Caruso. As the Chicago Bulls continue to struggle with their identity and their fit in the Eastern Conference, there's a growing belief that this is a team that could end up being big sellers at the NBA trade deadline. And if that does end up being the case, Caruso will end up being one of the most sought-after players on the Bulls for several reasons. For one, he's on a very affordable contract. Caruso has 1 year remaining on his contract after the season and is only due $9.8 million. For what he can do on both ends of the floor, he's a player that many contenders will be interested in at the deadline, including the Heat. He'd be a great fit with what they're lacking and would absolutely offer the insurance that they need. The big question is whether the Bulls will actually trade him. They've been holding off for now, but that could very much change if something doesn't click for the Bulls in the next couple of months. And you fan, what do you think of the Alex Caruso situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.